This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Topping our news this evening, the suspect wanted in the murder of a young man who was shot in Lakewood Ranch has been arrested and charged. Alan Bailey has been charged with murder and armed robbery in connection with the death of 24-year-old Alexander Chirp. Bailey was arrested in the parking lot of Home Depot on Cortez Road in Bradenton. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says he was bitten by a canine after resisting arrest. The second suspect in the investigation, Jose Hernandez, was arrested and charged on Saturday. There was a reward of $5,000 for information leading to the arrest of these two suspects. No word if anyone will be collecting that money. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is currently investigating a robbery at a Sarasota bank. Deputies were called to the Chase Bank on Fruitville Road just before 6 o'clock this evening. According to witnesses, the suspect entered the bank and demanded money while indicating that he had a weapon. After the incident, he fled on foot westbound on Fruitville Road. The Sheriff's Office recovered this image of the suspect. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen. The issues continue for a group of homeowners in East Manatee who say their new homes were poorly built. Some who live in the Del Tierra development have been complaining about a variety of problems. ABC7's Rick Adams spent some time with the homeowners today to see what they say is happening.
Well, about a year ago, we covered a story here in Del Tierra with homeowners who were having a multitude of issues. A year later, some people who live here are still having some problems. Gina Tito has lived in Del Tierra with her 6-year-old daughter for more than a year. She says her dream home has been a big-time headache for most of the time she's lived there.
I come home and I see the holes in my walls. I can barely open my slider door now, and they are kind of working on fixing that. But I just look at all the mess everywhere, and it just drives me crazy.
Some of the other issues Gina has been living with are cracks in the wall, ceiling, and lanai floor, among many other problems. She says what's even more frustrating is when work is finally done, there are other issues that pop up.
They damage more things than they fix.
Gina is not alone. Many other Del Tierra residents have complained about a variety of problems with their homes, including Kevin Doyle. He says a big concern for him now is mold.
We had a roof leak, and it's about 8 months in. And we also had on the side of the house, we have leakage coming in from the side door from the garage every time it rains.
We're being told many of the residents have had their issues taken care of, including some of those who were featured in our story last March. For both Gina Tito and Kevin Doyle, they want these problems resolved immediately.
I'm hoping they get it fixed and everything can just move on and we can get on with having our new home and being happy with it.
I just want them to come finish my home. I just want them to finish and have pride in their work.
We did reach out to the developer, D.R. Horton, and a representative tells us they will have some answers regarding the Del Tierra problems on Monday. And for homeowners here on the Suncoast who are having issues that you feel you're not responsible for, you're being encouraged to contact your county to file a complaint. Reporting from East Manatee, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick. A proposal to replace 3 intersections along Fruitville Road in Sarasota with roundabouts is raising some questions about evacuation safety. Fruitville is highlighted as the main route to the interstate for those who need to evacuate from Lido and Longboat Keys. City planners say state emergency management numbers show traffic during a peak evacuation would still be nearly 200 cars less than regular peak hours on Fruitville Road. Roundabouts should not affect current travel times.
We can show that we can move the traffic through the corridor just as efficiently with the roundabouts than without the roundabouts. We think it's safer for emergency personnel people as well.
The intersections that could change to roundabouts are at Lemon, Coconut, and Central Avenues. A Bradenton mother on trial for the death of her 4-year-old son has been found guilty. A jury came back with the verdict earlier this evening. She was charged with aggravated manslaughter for the death of her son, Alexander. The 4-year-old boy was found dead in her home 2 years ago. An autopsy showed he suffered traumatic injuries to his head and chest area. Mara is facing up to 30 years in prison. She will be sentenced at a later date. And now for a check on our weekend weather forecast, let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. It's starting off pretty nice. Right now we have a few clouds around and the temperature is still very mild at this hour, 67 degrees. And the dew point 63. These two numbers getting close to one another, and that means a good deal of low clouds and fog expected to develop. Now, winds are light out of the northwest. The pressure continues to rise. And we're looking at generally fair skies. You can see this little outlier right here, these little clouds. These are low clouds that are still moving on in and could be a problem tomorrow morning. 62 in Jacksonville, it's 67 now. In Orlando, 70 in Miami, 71 in Key West and around town. Temperatures all fairly uniform right now near the coast, upper 60s there, 63 in Sebring. This is the wind and fog forecast showing a good deal of fog developing, especially inland areas around sunrise tomorrow. And then it will stick around about 9 o'clock, should burn off and reveal partly cloudy skies throughout the remainder of the day. We'll have more in our forecast for the weekend about a cold front. We'll talk about a cold front headed our way in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A Newtown community member is celebrating 40 years today of being a foster parent. Jackie Swain has fostered more than 100 children, most of whom were teenagers at the time. Now she is known as mom to more than 50 children and grandma to more than 50 grandchildren. Swain credits her strong family values and faith to what she sees herself as a calling to foster care.
We have to raise kids and put the right thing in them. We can't let those minds wander and go astray. You put in them what you want to come out of them, and it's important for them to be in a stable home, a church home, and someone with love in their heart.
The host of today's celebration was the Sarasota YMCA Safe Children Coalition. The new superintendent of Sarasota County Schools will be sworn in next Wednesday. Todd Bowden will succeed Lori White, who is retiring on Tuesday. He was selected in October out of 29 candidates. Previously, he served as the director of the Sarasota County Technical Institute and as the district's executive director of career, technical, and adult education. He's also scheduled to appear on Good Morning Suncoast to talk about his goals for the district on this coming Wednesday in the 6 o'clock hour. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, an investigation into a fire at a Tampa mosque, how the mayor is responding, and why the White House is getting backlash over how it handled a press briefing.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
What's up, America? I'm John Crow. It is Friday, February 24th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $64 million. To win that jackpot, you must bet to use 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 68. That's followed by 29. Up next, we have 12. Your next number is 42, and your final white ball for this Friday evening is 33. Now for the mega ball. Tonight's mega ball number is 14. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 68, 29, 12, 42, 33, and the gold mega ball is 14. Now, no matches all 6 numbers. Tuesday's jackpot can be $73 million.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Bob, this is a jam-packed weekend, as they always are during season,
Right.
but this weekend's busy.
It is busy, and the good news is that we're not going to see a lot of rain with this cold front that's
Good.
coming our way. Outdoor activities will be okay. It will be a little bit breezier on Sunday if you plan on boating. Saturday probably the best day. But all in all, a nice weekend ahead. As far as the forecast goes, we are looking at nice weather, and looks like the next chance for rain won't come until Friday, really, of next week. And this is a nice sunset shot. Fred Seeger always getting this, and he sent this photo along with a little bit of a commentary. He said he's had a little hint of red tide out there, Sunset Point on Siesta Key, and we talked about the red tide earlier today. It's still out there and still prevalent all across areas of the beaches here along the Sun Coast. Not all of them, and so you got to find and pick your spot. Well, Van Way's a webcam showing a beautiful sunset tonight. Not many clouds around at all. We have a few clouds right now. The weather headlines read like this. We'll have a cold front arriving late tomorrow, and that means not a lot in terms of rainfall. We'll see some clouds with it, but a slight chance at less than 20% for a passing shower. And then it turns breezy on Sunday, and that's the reason why boating will be a little bit difficult, but not too bad. Record highs are possible by midweek next week. We're talking highs in some inland areas, mid to upper 80s, and some models suggesting maybe even approaching 90 degrees. The coastal locations won't be as cold. Here's that front starting to pick up some moisture and getting some showers now into Mississippi and approaching Alabama right now. But the low pressure center is well to the north of the front, so it's not going to have a lot of lift. And that means not as many storms around, or clouds for that matter. A Titan radar picture not depicting any rainfall around. Currently, we have temperatures in the mid to upper 60s right now at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. It is 67 degrees, and the dew point way up there at 63. Winds out of the northwest light at 5, and the pressure has been rising slightly at 29.87 inches. Well, the high today was warm, 82 degrees. Our normal high, 74, and the record high, 87 degrees. And that was set in 2001. This morning's low was 10 degrees above average. And it'll be the story again tomorrow, as we'll start off in the low 60s. There will be some fog around to start the day off, too. As I showed you earlier, that fog should burn off, though. We'll see the fog burning off around 9:30, and then revealing partly cloudy skies throughout most of the day. And the futurecast showing that low pressure exiting off into the Atlantic. Here comes the front, and a few showers are possible. I mentioned that one or two lone showers. By the time it reaches us, we see some clouds around at 8 o'clock, and then that front continues to move southward, gets hung up over South Florida. We'll see lots of sunshine build in behind it. We'll have high pressure both at the surface and in the upper levels of the atmosphere. When that happens, the air really starts to heat up as it compresses across the area, and so that high temperature, as I mentioned on Tuesday and Wednesday, could approach mid-80s in places. Now, satellite and radar imagery over the U.S., quiet across the central U.S. for the most part. The Northeast and the Great Lakes getting some moisture. You can see some of that snow falling now in Wisconsin, Iowa, and basically rainfall with severe weather possible into eastern sections of Ohio and into central Ohio all the way down to Cincinnati. A thunderstorm watch exists for those folks. Out west, things have calmed down a little bit. A few showers out there, but the rain will be back as early as Sunday, just in time for the Academy Awards. Temperatures right now, 62 in Buffalo, 64 in Pittsburgh. Behind the front, cooler. Green Bay at 24. And it's 17 in Rapid City, the same in Denver, 27 in Wichita. Warmer in Houston at 63, Dallas at 51, and Atlanta at 67 degrees right now. So pretty warm over the southeast. For boaters tomorrow, looks good. Seas running less than 2 feet. A light chop on the bays and inland waters, and the water temperature now at 71 degrees. Low tide upcoming at 6:14, a high just after noon tomorrow, and the sunrise will be at 6:59. The forecast, some fog late, or pretty soon. Low temperatures in the low 60s, and then fog in the morning burns off, and then partly cloudy skies and to mostly sunny conditions in the afternoon. A high of 78. The extended forecast calling for breezy conditions on Sunday, but plenty of sunshine right through Wednesday. Another front approaches on Friday, bringing with it a good chance for a few showers. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. President Trump addressed the Conservative Political Action Conference and took some jabs at the media. Meanwhile, at the White House, he follows up on more of his campaign promises, while his press secretary comes under fire for a press briefing. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Washington with the details.
President Trump taking the stage at the Conservative Political Action Conference.
I love this place. Love you people.
Continues his administration's trend of criticizing the media.
I'm against the people that make up stories and make up sources. They shouldn't be allowed to use sources unless they use somebody's name.
But ironically, the White House itself today organized a briefing for reporters, insisting that officials be quoted anonymously. The drama continued when hours later, many media outlets, including CNN, the New York Times, and the LA Times, were not allowed to attend an off-camera, invite-only meeting with White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer. The White House telling ABC, who did attend the meeting along with NBC and CBS, that it did not purposefully deny entry to any outlet, but rather certain outlets were specifically invited.
Because we had it in a pool and then we expanded it. We added some folks to come cover it.
Meanwhile, President Trump continues to act on campaign promises.
We're building the wall. In fact, it's going to start soon, way ahead of schedule.
Just today, the Department of Homeland Security took the first step, saying it intends to accept proposals on the border wall soon. And moving forward with his travel ban. Last month, the president tweeted that 109 people were detained or held for questioning during a 27-hour period due to the ban. But today, the administration gave a list of people detained or processed to lawyers that included 746 people.
And we can expect to hear a lot more about that travel ban as a new revised version is expected from the White House sometime next week. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
A fire outside of a Tampa mosque today has been deemed as arson. The fire began early this morning at the Islamic Society of New Tampa. The Council on American Islamic Relations has released several photos of the mosque. Surveillance cameras are installed throughout the property. Investigators say the fire started at a door to the prayer hall.
This is no different than the wave of anti-Semitic attacks on Jewish community centers and synagogues and bomb threats that have been called in all across the country, including in Tampa, over the recent months.
There was damage to the door and the carpet inside from the sprinklers that went off, as well as smoke damage. No one was inside the mosque at the time, and no one was hurt in the fire. A follow-up now on the investigation of a woman charged in connection with a killing spree across 3 states. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement says it has awarded $10,000 to the anonymous tipster who provided the location of fugitives suspected in the deaths of 4 women in a bloody rampage across Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Officials say the tipster had seen a Facebook post about William Boyette and Mary Rice, as well as the vehicle they were driving, then spotted the car and Rice at a convenience store and called authorities. Boyette and Rice were eventually surrounded by SWAT officers at a hotel in West Point, Georgia, where Boyette killed himself and Rice surrendered to authorities. A circuit court judge is taking a seat in the place where a crime happened. Judge Susan Bartle is presiding over the trial of a retired police captain accused of shooting and killing a man because of an argument in a movie theater. She sat in the seat where Curtis Reeves was sitting in 2014 when he shot and killed Chad Olson. The judge watched all of the movie previews that played that day, getting a feel for the scene. The case is raising some questions about when the stand your ground law should be applied. The hearing for this case will resume next Friday at 1 p.m. A judge has ruled this afternoon that the Dr. Phil show interview with Austin Haroof must be released by early next week. Haroof is the teenager accused of killing John Stevens and Michelle Mishcon in their Martin County garage last August and then chewing off their flesh. Dr. Phil intended to air the interview but backed out. The judge ruled that that interview has to be released by Tuesday. Toxicology results show Haroof did not have any synthetic drugs in his system on the night of the attack. He did test positive for small traces of THC, which is found in marijuana, as well as alcohol. NASA is weighing the risk of adding astronauts to its first flight of its new mega rocket. Today, NASA's human exploration chief said the Trump administration requested this study. The Space Launch System will be the most powerful rocket ever built when it flies and is intended for the moon and Mars travel. NASA is shooting for an unmanned test flight in late 2018. Putting people on board would delay the mission and require extra funding. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
It's moving. What the hell is going on here? Hey, why are you touching me? I'm not touching you.
Monday at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News.
How your stress level affects your waistline. Details in Health Smart.
Monday at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Peace of mind is really crucial. The safety and security of this higher level of care, I think, is really important. Great nurses, great doctors, technologies that can really help when you are dealing with complications, high-risk newborns, or the infants that have medical conditions. This is the kind of care that we want at our public hospital.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get all the safety and security of a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Patriot for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works in contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more.
The 4th Annual St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 25th and 26th at North Straub Park in St. Petersburg.
Bring your love and appreciation of art to the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Now, sports.
It is finally here after 2 weeks of workouts. Spring training games for some in our area have already begun. The Baltimore Orioles took on the Detroit Tigers in Lakeland this afternoon and shutting out the Tigers 2-0. Good start to the spring for Baltimore. And tonight in Fort Myers, the Twins hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. Final score in that game, 3-1 Rays. And the action continues tomorrow. The Pirates will host the Orioles at Lecom Park in Bradenton. First pitch is set for 1:05 p.m. It is a split squad game for Pittsburgh. The other Pirates squad will be in Port Charlotte to take on the Rays. That game also is set to start at 1:05 p.m. The PGA Tour is in Florida this week. The best golfers in the world competing in the Honda Classic in Palm Beach Gardens. Today marked round 2 of the tournament, and Ryan Palmer, shooting a 5 under 65, shared the lead with PGA Tour rookie Wesley Bryan going into the weekend. But the real highlight, my goodness, of the tournament today when Sean Stepney decides to hit the ball out of the hazard after he stripped down into his underwear. He went in to get the ball out. He went on to make a bogey 5. No word if Bob is going to pull that or Scott on their Dream 18, but if they do, we will make sure that the cameras are rolling. That's really one for the record book, seriously. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's lotto numbers straight ahead.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
I won cash for life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony. We're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller, The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
All of this year's Oscar nominees are hoping to leave Sunday night with gold, but most of the stars will be showing up wearing plenty of precious metals, decked out in jewels and dripping in diamonds. The Forevermark Mansion is where celebrity stylists come to select the perfect pieces so that their star-studded clients can shine even brighter on Oscar night. The diamond expert tells us what we can expect will be one of the biggest trends on Sunday night.
One of the biggest ones, diamond chokers, which you can see some of them right here. This is a classic diamond Riviera necklace, and it's actually with Black Label cushion diamonds. Another big red carpet trend, ear cuffs and climbers.
The Oscars will air right here on ABC7 red carpet coverage. If you want to see all those diamonds up close, that starts at 7 p.m. Then the awards broadcast starts at 8. And guess what? Before and after, you can join me, Bob, and Scott. We'll be in on Sunday.
You know it's special when we're coming in on that. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. A lot of
I hope
people
someone
enjoy.
brings diamonds.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be a lot of people watching that. A lot of people watching the weather of the weekend. A lot of events going on. In fact, we've got one right now coming up tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. On the computer, you'll see that we have a Doctor's Hospital in Sarasota
Can we
County.
punch that up? There we go.
4,000 first
Bob
aid
will be
kits.
the official counter with Olympic gold.